Solve equations by cross-multiplying. Cross-multiplying is a technique we can use when we have an equation with two equal fractions. We know that if two fractions are equal, then their cross-multiplications are also equal. Step 1. Cross-multiply. So we're going to take a look at the -5 as a fraction over 1, and let's move this up a little bit. Now it looks like two equal fractions. So we need to cross-multiply by multiplying the numerator of one fraction and the denominator of the other fraction. -5 times the whole quantity x minus 3. This is going to be like our distribution problem, so it's not just -5 times the x, but -5 times the x and times the -3. The other cross multiplication that should be equal, because when two fractions are equal, then their cross multiplications are equal. So that is 1 times 10. To complete our cross multiplication method, let's go ahead and do the multiplication. We're going to multiply the -5 times positive 1x, and we're also going to multiply -5 times -3. -5 times positive 1x is -5x, and -5 times a -3 is a positive 15. Equals 1 times 10 is 10, and we have completed our cross multiplication and multiplied all the way through. How did we cross multiply? And think about the original problem, how we started out with just a negative number. To cross multiply, we needed to remember that this number that we had, -5, can be written as a fraction over 1. And remember that when you do problem number 4, you're going to have the same thing. So turn that into a fraction by putting it over 1. And then we did the cross multiplications, the numerator to the other denominator to the other numerator, and set them equal to each other because these two fractions are equal. And we know if two fractions are equal, then their cross multiplications are equal. And then after that, we distributed the -5 times the x minus 3, and the easy multiplication on the other side, 1 times 10. Step 2. Solve the equation using inverse operations. Here, we need to start to solve for this variable x. First thing we want to do is we want to get rid of this numeric term plus 15. To get rid of a plus 15, we need to subtract 15, and that will get rid of that term, but we need to make sure we do it on both sides. 10 minus 15 on the right-hand side. Evaluating, we're going to be left with -5x on the left side is equal to 10 minus 15. We are combining terms with different signs. We have a positive and a negative, so we're going to subtract the bigger value 15 minus 10 is 5, and we're going to keep the sign of the bigger value, which is negative, so -5. Now to complete this, we need to divide the coefficient of the x variable, so we're going to divide both sides by -5, and dividing both sides by -5, we will get that x is equal to positive 1. How did we solve the equation? After cross-multiplying, we finished solving the equation by using inverse operations to get the x variable all alone. The two inverse operations were subtracting 15 from both sides and then dividing -5 on both sides, and that got the variable x all alone, and the solution was x equals 1. You are now ready to solve equation number 4 by cross-multiplying.